Now let us consider three bodies spread in a plane. They form the three vertices of a triangle. To get the concept clear, let us take three bodies, each of mass m, present at the corners of an equilateral triangle. You can take any triangle, there is no problem. First of all, we have to understand it clearly. So let us take an equilateral triangle of side D. All these bodies A, B, C, they have got equal masses. They lie at the vertices of the triangle. We want to find the force acting on any one of them. Since there are three bodies, then each body will experience two forces. I have told you that if there are n bodies in a system, then each body will experience n minus 1 forces. So here we have got three bodies, then each body will experience two forces. Now let us consider body A. On this one, there are two forces. One is due to B, FAB in this direction, another is due to C, FAC in this direction. Since the masses are equal and the distances are equal, naturally these forces also will be equal. FAB is equal to FAC, that's equal to G m square by d square. Now the resultant will be in between them. To find the resultant, we know that if two equal vectors make an angle 60 degrees, the resultant is root 3 times of one of them. So the answer simply FA is equal to root 3 gm square by d square. Similarly, the resultant force on B, that will also be having same value, root 3 gm square by d square. Resultant force on C, that will also be having same value. Their magnitudes are equal. Of course, their directions are different. All these forces are directed towards the centroid. To improve upon it, let us take one body at the centroid. Now we have got totally four bodies. Then each body will experience three forces. Let us consider a body at one of the vertices. Suppose we are considering A. Now to make the problem simple, we are supposing that all the masses are equal. The masses can be different also. If they are different, then you have to apply parallelogram law, under root f1 square plus f2 square plus 2f1 f2 cos theta. Now let us consider the body A. This will experience three forces because it is a system of four bodies. FAB acting like this, FAC acting like this. FAB is equal to gm square by d square. FAC also gm square by d square. FAB is equal to FAC, that's equal to gm into m square by d square. They make angle 60 degrees. Now let us take FAD. FAD is equal to g m into m square by this distance is d by root 3. So that is d square by 3. This 3 will go to the numerator. Now we want to add them. We can't simply add them because they are in different directions. Now here we can add FAB and FAC, they are equal and make angle 60 degrees. And FAD is along the resultant. So the sum of these two forces, we can make use of this formula, R is equal to root 3F. So this root 3 of this force, root 3 gm square by d square. And FAD is equal to 3 gm square by d square. And adding them, you will get 3 plus root 3 gm square by d square. Root 3 is 1.732. So you will get it as 4.732 gm square by d square. Now you will get another problem like this, where three identical spheres, each of mass m and radius r, are arranged such that they form an equilateral triangle. This problem is very much similar to this problem. The only difference is here distance is given as d and here distance is how much? 2r. r plus r. If length of this side is not given, then the distance will be 2r. We know that FAB is equal to FAC is equal to GM into M square by 2R whole square means 4R square. Theta is 60 degrees. So resultant force on A is equal to root 3 times of one of these, root 3 GM square by 4R square. Now let us consider another problem where the masses are different. I have told you that masses can be different also, distances also can be different, angles can be different. If you get the concept, the only thing is you have to apply the parallelogram law. If the problem is simple, you can directly make use of the knowledge you have got of for what angle what can be the resultant. Now we have got three bodies of masses m, 3m and 4m. M is at the origin, 3m is at distance d along x-axis, 4m is at distance d along y-axis. It is an isosceles right angle triangle. We want to find the force on the body A, that is of mass m. Because there are three bodies, each body will experience two forces. That means on A there are two forces. Force due to 3m will be along x-axis. FAB is equal to GM into 3m by d square, that is 3gm square by d square. FAC is equal to GM into 4m by d square, that is 4gm square by d square. We know that if there are two forces at right angles, the resultant is under root one force square plus the other force square. So here we have got under root FAB square plus AC square. GM square by d square is common. Then what we have got under root 3 square plus 4 square, that will give you 5. So the resultant force is 5 GM square by d square. Now this force makes an angle theta with the x-axis. If you want to find tan theta, opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is FAC, adjacent side is FAB. And dividing this by this, what you get, GM square by d square gets cancelled. You will be having only 4 by 3. Then theta is equal to 53 degrees. I hope it is clear to you. I am doing a bit fast. If you got any problem, run it slowly or rewind it, replay it and try to understand. I am going fast because I have to tell you many things. Now let us consider the body D, which is at the centroid. From the diagram you can see that FDA is along towards A, FDB, FDC. All these three forces are equal and symmetrically directed. Therefore the resultant force on D, FD, is equal to how much? You may remember that I have told you, if there are three forces directed like this at 120 degrees, the resultant R is equal to 0. So here FD is equal to 0.